I'm sitting on like the jail right now. Contract. Know that. So, come Saturday night, I'm coming in here to beat his. He gonna come. He gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his. And I stand by that. I'm him up. Yeah.
You gotta think, right? Okay.
I can't wait to beat this clown, bro. This dude is a clown.
Focus on me. You have that dick ready, baby. You better have it ready.
Real clown.
I already figured this out.
What else fighting?
What else you got, man?
Senior,
And I only seen 10 seconds of your fight.
I seen you fight before.
I only seen 10 seconds of your fight. You're boring as
Come on, bro. Stop it, bro.
Boring, man. You almost got knocked out. Even your daughter said you got knocked out.
Tio got hurt his last fight, too. Ooh. Didn't he get hurt his last fight?
Man, if it wasn't for those
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing punches.
Did Tio get hurt his last fight?
My son don't be throwing punches.
The Stevenson versus Lopez press conference exploded when Terence Crawford unexpectedly interrupted. What started as a normal media event quickly turned intense as Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo. Lopez stopped being respectful and went straight at each. Others prided
some great things against them guys. I seen a lot of weaknesses in his game too, and something that he said earlier, he said, Tio never lost to the southpaw. Well, I never lost to orthodox. So, it ain't no different, but
the difference is you never fought no elite fighter.
Okay, I don't think y'all did.
Oh, so you gotta show it, baby.
I don't think y'all did either. I ain't seen.
Not on my son.
I ain't seen Lomachenko throw no punches.
You never been on a big stage like this.
I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
You never been on a big stage like
this. I didn't see Lomachenko throw punches.
Because we frozen.
Okay, you gonna see.
We gonna freeze you too.
You better not.
Things escalated fast when Teofimo Lopez Sr. began talking about breaking boxing codes, referencing wins over fighters like Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. Shakur immediately fired back, dismissing those victories and saying Teofimo has never faced an elite fighter like him.
Their weakness, that's what I do. You know, we broke the code with Loma that nobody had ever done. You know, we didn't let him get comfortable in there. You saw that, you know, within like 8 rounds, he didn't know what to do. I did the same thing with Josh Taylor, and we're gonna do the same thing with Shakur. Real hard.
Man, what do you say to that, bro? Do you hear him? Bro, I just can't wait to beat him and shut him up, bro. Tio not on this level. Tio is a high-level fighter, but he's not on my level. I'm an elite level fighter, and come January 31st.
From that point on, the press conference turned into non-stop verbal chaos. Shakur questioned Teofimo's mental strength, while Teofimo called Shakur boring and overrated. Both camps talked over each other so much that it felt more like round 13 of a fight than a press event.
I was better come fight night against Teofimo Lopez than I was against Zepeda. 1,000 times better. Faster, sharper, stronger, mentally more on point, and I can't wait.
You said a couple of times now you see some holes in Teofimo's game. I know you don't want to give away your game plan at the kickoff press conference, but where are the weaknesses? Where are some of the weaknesses in his game?
A lot of the weaknesses is in his mental. I think it's more mental than anything, and I'm going to expose it.
Tension reached its peak when insults became personal. Voices rose, security stayed on edge, and the room felt one moment away from a full fight breaking out. Even promoters like Eddie Hearn tried to steer the conversation back toward legacy and greatness, but the fighters had already taken control of the moment.
Reminder, Chris, this place is special. I think when this fight was talked about, I think both Shakur and Teofimo Lopez need a huge amount of credit for making this fight. Both of the guys are the respective kings of their division. Teofimo Lopez, the #1 guy at 140. Shakur, the #1 guy at 135. And when I heard about this fight, I didn't expect it to happen. And, you know, the work that His Excellency's done, Ring Magazine, to make this fight quite sensational. But the icing on the cake is to see the fight at Madison Square Garden. This is, for me, the absolute mecca.
When Turkey Alalshik called in, his unimpressed reaction somehow made the situation even more intense. Instead of calming things down, it highlighted just how out of control the press conference had become. By the end,
this fight is the first step of a great map of boxing next year at the beginning of 27. This is not easy for me. Thank you. Thank you.
Both fighters were talking about domination, humiliation, and silencing the other. What was supposed to be promotion turned into a raw preview of how personal this fight has become. This wasn't acting. This was real tension, and January 31st suddenly felt unavoidable. After the chaos, Teofimo Lopez Sr. took the mic.
I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like, cause it's gonna be just a skill match. I don't think he's gonna try to rough Shakur up, and there's probably.
And the energy shifted from emotional to calculated. This wasn't trash talk. It sounded like a father laying out a mindset. He made it clear he wasn't worried about Shakur's style or defensive impressions. His message was simple. They've seen everything before, and they're preparing, not guessing. The focus was on growth and mentality.
In the past, and Crawford stated, "Oh, you only got to me."
Yeah, but he really want to fight Crawford, and we're gonna call him out after we beat up his boy. You know,
that's still the game plan.
That's
even though you guys have, even if he requires you,
but he ain't gonna fight us, man. He ain't gonna fight the longest. My son is even willing to go up to 160 to fight him. You know, listen, speed kills. You know what I'm saying? Speed kills, and that's why we're gonna beat Shakur. He ain't faster than us, and we're gonna catch him.
He framed Teofimo as a fighter who keeps evolving because he chooses danger over comfort. He talked about legacy over money, underdog wins against Lomachenko and Josh Taylor, and changing styles from fight to fight. He brushed off concerns about ring size or gimmicks, saying they're not chasing knockouts, they're aiming to outthink their opponent.
We do this for the legacy. So I tell my son, when I told him, let's go after Colmig, let's go after Lomachenko, let's go after Josh Taylor. And all of those three fights, he was the underdog. You know what I'm saying? And big time. I mean, with Josh Taylor, he was like 23 experts said that he was going to lose. So, and he gave us an amazing performance, and it wasn't the same as the performance he gave with Barbosa's, like his styles have changed all the time. And that's the scary.
Some comparisons to fighters like Crawford and Canelo felt like a stretch, but the confidence was real. What stood out most was belief. Team Lopez isn't hoping for a lucky moment. They truly believe speed, pressure, and adaptability can break Shakur's calm. Whether that belief holds up over 12 rounds is another question, but mentally, this wasn't noise, it was conviction. Then the conversation leveled up when Andre Ward and Roy Jones Jr. weighed in. Their perspective came from experience. They said those press conference exchanges weren't just marketing, they were real fighting words.
Is Shakur by any chance implementing a bigger ring? Or
We don't care about that, man. I mean, we're just gonna box this little guy. We're not going in there for the knockout. We never do. The only fight that my son looked with convulsions because he was dying in there. And, he said that he felt better when he was attacking more, But we never do that. We always box.
They pointed out that Shakur can create in real time. He reads, reacts, and builds control round by round. Teofimo, while explosive and dangerous, needs structure to regain rhythm when chaos hits. Ward and Roy weren't disrespecting Teofimo. In fact, they credited the strategy behind the trash talk. The goal was to pull Shakur into an emotional fight and set up a calculated one.
Canvas. He's got the IQ, he got the experience, and the athleticism, and the skill set where he can paint any type of picture he wants to on a blank canvas. When a Lopez, he's almost that. He has a blank canvas, but he needs an outline on what to draw and what to paint inside the line. Now, every now and again, he'll go away from the outline that he has, and he'll do something dope, and he'll be like, "Ooh, that was cool. That wasn't on the outline right there."
But they also agreed on one key thing: trying to drag a calm, disciplined fighter into chaos can backfire. If Shakur stays patient, the plan fails. Shakur doesn't need to win the moment, he just needs to win the night. This fight won't be decided by who talks louder, but by who keeps control when everything gets uncomfortable.